everybody, welcome to episode 17 of Building with Sand. It is January 15th, 2013, and here we stand in front of the wall that I built. I had to get up on a building to show you what I had done. Went ahead and finished the top of this facade. My wife keeps wondering what the hell it is and why I am doing it, and it's really just for decoration. It will be sort of part of a building, and in itself a building, and it's just to be something to look at when you're taking a dip. Well, this part of the building, not really, but the next part is for when you're in the pool and enjoying yourself. I don't really know. I just wanted it in the city. It might turn into something else, but we'll see. I just went and put in those emerald blocks there, and I don't think I like them at all. They don't go with the square look of this wall. What I did with the top here is I put these little insets with the creeper faces, and I think they kind of look like creepers. I've had some ideas recently about what I want to do with some of these kind of builds, and like this one particularly, and some other ones, I'm trying to go with a more like a religious sort of sandy feel to them. Deserty, like if you were, I don't know how to explain it, but imagine if the villagers had their own deities and things they worshipped, like if we have these chiseled sandstone blocks and these little creeper faces, and you had, whatever weird little hieroglyphs, then think of it as that, whatever ancient kind of civilization there was used to or currently still worships creepers and who knows what else. So I'm kind of put them in the walls as kind of creeper statues. I'm thinking also putting those up elsewhere in the city when time comes. So yeah, I've been working on this off camera, and I was doing some more digging over here, as you can see where the road's going to go in. Today's Tuesday. Just came back from San Antonio and saw the mummies at the Woody Museum. If anyone's in the San Antonio area and you haven't seen that, I would recommend it. It's a little I don't know, they're going to finish that or they're going to close up that exhibit and move it somewhere else pretty soon, so if you're interested, go and see it. It's not just Egyptian mummies, there's mummies from all over the place throughout history, as far as I could as we know of, mummies wise. So it's pretty interesting. The rest of the museum is okay too, I guess. It's not a very big museum. The mummies kind of dwarfed everything else in the museum. So we'll take a look over here too, what I've been working on. Going with this whole theme, I decided, what kind of things would these desert people worship? And one of the ones that came to mind would be spiders, since there are giant roaming spiders in this world. That would be one. Creepers, obviously. Endermen. And maybe wolves. That's all I came up with. My wife keeps saying zombies and skeletons, but I don't think of them as... I think of zombies and skeletons kind of as a nuisance, and not something to be afraid of as much. You have natural ideas, like if you're thinking, say, the Native American naturalist religions, and like the coyote and whatever other creatures were, divine to them. That's what I'm thinking with the spider and the wolf. And then you have things like the creeper and the enderman, who are kind of supernatural beings that wander about, and definitely the creeper is a force of destruction, and the enderman is a supernatural being, considering they're from the end. And they have ties to the Ender Dragon and the Wither. Well, maybe the Wither. I don't know. Not the Wither. Scratch that one. But actually, the Wither might be a good idea too, if I can somehow... Well, what I'm thinking is trying to... I have a number of walls here. This one here is too small for anything, so I'm probably just going to put a pattern there. But I'm going to try to come up with some ideas on for different things to put up on this wall like that. So... a creeper, an enderman, a wolf of some kind of symbol of a wolf, other animals, no pigs, that's stupid, cows are stupid, sheep are stupid, Too bad there's no birds in Minecraft. That would be awesome if there were birds. We have bats. I don't know if desert people worship bats. Maybe. Bats might work some way. I'll think of that one. But definitely Enderman, creepers. The wither would be good. I'm sure I could come up with something. I have these walls are none of these walls are the same size. So this one is excessively large, even bigger than that one. And this one over here is the same size as this one. So I think that's 11. That's 11. So yeah, these are two of the same size. So they're kind of big. I'm still working out what I want it to look like. This spider was like the fourth design I came up with. I was trying to go with something super simple that was pretty obvious. I need to get wool for it though. I don't have any of that. I don't know if I have nearly enough black wool either. I'm gonna have to go find out. I have a Skittles box, as some people call it, a huge amount of sheep that are all different colors, so it's kind of hard to just kind of go with one and get all the number of wool you want at once. But we'll deal with that a little bit, and I think though I'm going to probably work on that off screen. Maybe we'll start working on, I'll take a look at the how this watchtower is going to go. I really don't like right now how the wall is mostly just a wall. Parts of it I want to thicken up. Oh, I might have enough black wool. There are parts of it I want to thicken up to increase, just give it some depth in the backside. Hopefully building a watchtower will help that a lot. And I'm going to carve that out of the mountain. So I don't have any lime green wool, which is going to suck. I don't have to collect that. I'll probably just collect that here. Let's run back over here real quick. There, I have light blue wool, therefore. Put this away and run on back. So went to this mum museum and I came up with some ideas. One thing that I don't like about these chiseled sandstone blocks is they all look the same. There is a new update, or 1.5 is going to change the way textures work, and I was hoping that I would be able to modify it so that the textures, you could have multiple textures for the same block, but it doesn't appear to me right now that that's going to be super simple like I was hoping. You might have to have a mod to do that. Because what I wanted to do was to create some more chiseled sandstone look, like do a different face on each one of the same style, try to make it something true to Minecraft as possible, and that would open up for a lot of design. But for the time being, kind of not able to do that. I might look into it more. I don't really want to go into a custom texture pack. I like running vanilla because I think I like working under the constraints of the vanilla texture pack, and the fact that it makes me think more outside the box. If you know, not a knock on anybody who uses any custom texture packs. They can look really awesome and some look terrible, but I think I don't know. I just don't want to rely on that for design work. Some people do it and it's fine. It's just not me. Do it. Dang it. So I don't think I have enough wool, but we can get some of this going. Yeah, so I came up with some other ideas too while I was at this museum, just different things. One is I want to put some obelisks. I think that's kind of a deserty kind of thing. I'll put some of those around. More than one, for sure. I've been looking for ideas on how to have more beacons incorporated into the city, because they really help out with travel if you have them all over the place. The thing is, I don't currently have any spare ones, and I need to go wither skull hunting. But now that I'm in normal mode, it'll be easier for me to do that. It actually looks really good. I don't want to keep it pure normal sandstone throughout. I'm probably going to put a little accent, couple pieces somewhere that just kind of break up the extreme contrast of the sandstone. But yeah, I want to put up some obelisks. Unfortunately, the constraints of Minecraft mean I won't get them to look really cool. But I think what's the word I'm looking for? The spirit will be there in terms of that. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm going to look back at this and see what I want to do. Actually, might not just be bad at all by itself like that. Yeah. I don't want to change. I don't want to change this edge because then everything gets thrown off. So putting some obelisks in. I know I've talked about it before, but I do want to put in a sphinx somewhere. And I have an idea where that's going to go. But it's not going to be like the Egyptian Sphinx. I have a kind of an idea up my sleeve for what I want to do with that. I need to get some more wool. I don't want to go into the sheep pen right now. But yeah, so that's turned out alright. But you get the idea. I'm definitely going to work on these other walls off camera, because the amount of time it took me to get this done, or to come up with that, it was not going to be worth it to do with everybody watching. Like this up here, I was thinking about doing it initially on camera, but watching me fall off the top of that for 30 minutes probably is not that entertaining. So, originally I was going to, well, the idea is I'm going to tunnel into the wall here, and just go pretty far back. Well, not super far back, far enough that I could shoot back and then to the left and go up to whatever is the bottom floor of this tower I'm going to build here. I don't have a huge amount of space. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 from here. 13. The desert will go nice here. Trying to get a square. So if we bring that on, I'll bring it to there. I can have a 12 by 12 tower here, bordering this mountain. And come out behind here and give this some thickness. So that might work out. What I should do is kind of mark it out so I have a clue what I want. So yeah, I probably have like a square base of the tower down here that comes out of this wall. It looks like it's propping this wall up, and I'm going to do something to give it some depth. I might even, I've been thinking about actually just double thickening this wall, parts of it. Parts that are up against the mountain aren't necessary, but the ones that are standing, freestanding, maybe I should. So over here over here I could fill in this hole or something, stuff like this. It'll look better from the sky, not that many people see that. I see it when I'm looking at a map plugin for the server. Anyone looking from the back might be wondering what the hell is going on here. I don't know. Nothing about it. This is a wall just to be a wall. It's not a wall to hold up anything. It'll be part of the city wall eventually. A big part of the city wall, but it won't be very important, hopefully. So let's go back down here. What I should do is just dig it out. But, it's a big area to dig out. I can do it. It's not going to be super fun to do on camera. You'll see. So I'm trying to think what other stuff I came up with. I told you guys about the Sphinx that I want to build. The obelisks, for sure. I'm trying to think. I haven't really come up with any other good ideas of what's kind of a desert themed build that I want to tackle. There's so many other things that I already have on the list. I don't really want to add them anymore. Things that aren't even very desert-like, like the sewers and stuff, but that's just kind of city things. We'll see. We'll see what we get. There wasn't much else that I came up with while I was visiting that exhibit on the mummies. I think what I'm going to do now in the future is, now in the future, yep. What I'm going to do is just do some research on stuff that will work, that would be cool for the desert in city. One idea I was coming up with was, I really didn't like, looking back on it, I don't like how any of the villages are currently. They're too, I don't know, I don't like the pointy roofs and the western style buildings, for sure. I don't like that. I don't think it's fitting for the desert build, so I'm going to do some building research on different Middle Eastern style buildings that I can start, and if I have to just mass produce them, I think make things that look better than what exists. I know I had Old Town, which was supposed to be a city that looked like, or a village that looked like the standard spawned villages in Minecraft in the desert. And, that's okay, I guess, but I think they're pretty much hideous. I really don't like them, and it's kind of bringing down the overall design of this huge build I'm doing. There will be definitely a lot of renovation in terms of that in the future. Go away. What's your broken bow? I'm gonna go offload some of this junk. but yeah. I'm gonna try to... I might keep this one. I don't know. I might keep Old Town looking how it is as a sort of... I don't know what the term I'm looking for. Just a tip of the hat to the Minecraft developers on this is how their idea is for a desert-themed village for some reason. But definitely going to be making different styled buildings in the future. One thing, well, I have the central part of the city up north, which there aren't many buildings there, and added to it a bit, and I'm going to be putting more buildings up there, which so I can incorporate partially some of my new ideas in there. There'll still need to be some renovations here to kind of break up the disgusting tanness of all of it. And in Poresville down there, all the buildings are different anyway, so that's not really a big deal. But yeah, for sure, I'm going to start looking into making things a lot. I want to add some unique flavor to this city. And also, I'm definitely looking into making some more big things. This tower itself isn't supposed to be very big, but I think of big things. Well, this wall is big, I guess. It's pretty big. It's bigger than most of the things around here. I want to build, I guess, it's kind of one big idea I am just going for is Ptolemaic Egypt, in a way. For those who do not know that, Ptolemy, or I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but there was a general of Alexander the Great who, after Alexander went crazy and died, all of his generals split off and broke up his empire, and Egypt was part of the Alexandrian, the empire of the I'm not sure if I'm using that term right, but part of Alexander's empire, along with like Greece, which became Hellenic Greece, but or that's before, whatever, it doesn't matter. But one of his generals is this guy named Ptolemy, starts with a P. P's kind of silent, and he was Greek, but he decided to become ruler of Egypt, and so it introduced a lot of Greek ideas into Egypt, but still Egypt was retained its unique culture and everything. All that comes with ancient Egypt. I mean, we're still talking Alexander, which is way before. I'm guessing here, but somewhere around 200 BC. That wasn't really my specialty, and I don't remember. But something like that. And so Ptolemy's Egypt had a lot of Greek influence, and so they did things, they were a little more, they had advancements like they would have in Greece. Not that they were democratic or anything, because I think Ptolemy was a king, or whatever. He was not a pharaoh. Maybe he was a pharaoh. I just, that's just a basic Egyptian term for king or whatever. But, so, I'm looking for ideas like that. And there was the huge library at Alexandria. Most of the world's knowledge was kept for a very long time. It would burn down, and we lost all of that. And I think we're still hurting, and just humanity doesn't admit it, that we kind of screwed the pooch there, and we don't have the Library of Alexandria anymore, and we don't know a lot of things, and probably stuff that we would like to know, like how the pyramids were built. And may have been in that library, books in that library. But it's too late to fix that one. But so I'm going to do some research into that kind of culture. But I do want to also incorporate other desert styles. See what I can dig up for Native Western Native Americans in the desert cultures. Even down in South America and areas like Peru where there is deserts. I think Peru. That might be an interesting thing to look into. We have deserts in Australia, which definitely there's some, there's culture there to look into. Not just all the Middle Eastern kind of desert culture, which there's a lot of, and not just Middle Eastern, there's also African desert culture, which I know absolutely nothing about, but that would be interesting. Even a bit of Spanish, because southern Spain is very warm. Not desert, but it's very warm. And a lot of desert stuff from like Morocco and North Africa definitely found its way into that culture. So there's a whole lot of stuff out there to take from. I just kind of got to keep looking for it. Even some stuff that isn't desert culture that I'm really interested in doing something with, like Roman aqueducts, and I would like to put in something like a what's the word I'm looking for? The Colossus of Rhodes, which would be something huge and cool. Building some sort of Colossus. I'd like to do that. And what else can we do? I'm not sure right now. But these are all the ideas I'm trying to come up with. I want to diversify for sure. A lot of the desert, since I feel like right now it's getting to be a lot more really stale, a lot more stale than I want it to be. So we'll look into that, to changing that up. And I know part of that stems from the fact that I use majority of the blocks I'm using are sandstone that's going to have issues, of course, which is just I have come to terms with that, and I just feel like I have to justify it for some reason all the time. This is building with sand. If you're expecting something that isn't sand, go away. And I don't mean that literally, but and no one has really said anything about it, so I'm pretty sure if a few of you are watching this and seem to have my channel growing a little bit, which I super appreciate. Anybody out there watching, just, ideas, throw me your ideas, and I will go with them. If you have anything cool that you have somehow built and would like to see incorporated into the desert, of course send them my way, and I will do what I can. But I think this wall, it's a facade. We're not going to get past that. It is going to incorporate, it's going to throw in some color, for sure, into the desert. We have a lot of things coming. It's just, time. I'm going to build a huge library and all this fun stuff. It's just getting down to it, and I'm working on it. I'm trying my best. I haven't failed yet, but I'm trying to keep this schedule of every other day or so. Sundays are always a grab bag of whether or not I'm going to put one up if I have extra going on. But definitely keeping to my Wednesday, Friday schedule, which is good for me. It's good to have... it is definitely good to have some repetition in your life, to keep a schedule like this, and I think it's good. Although it feels like I have a lot of things I want to do and not enough time sometimes. But we are getting somewhere on this build. I don't know if it seems like that to any of you watching. We just dug a giant hole and built most of a spider, and stay tuned for the next episode when we'll see what appears on these walls, because I will have something up for you for sure. A lot of these builds I think are boring to watch me build them, so I'm trying to spare you that pain, but involve you sometimes in the process, like we've been doing. I feel like I'm trying to getting to that balance. So, you know, as always, if you have any ideas, like I said, let me know. And if you're new to this series, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, just because that helps me know what you guys want from this series, which I do entirely for fun. And you know, it's nice to have a big viewer base, of course. But come back next time, and hopefully we'll see you again. So thanks for watching, and take care.